Right, we've got ourselves another Strimmer to have a look at. This one is, I believe this one runs alright. It's just, well, it might not do now. I think it could have been cooked, but I don't know yet. It's got a bit of an issue with the throttle, in which it's stuck open somehow. I believe it was lent to someone. And as usual, if you're prepared to lend your equipment to somebody, you should be prepared for them to break it, as that usually always happens. So, I know the throttle's stuck open. I do believe there's no problem with it running, but it may well have a problem with it running, do you know yet? It was alright before the throttle got stuck open. It all depends how long it was stuck open for, because really you shouldn't run a Strimmer flat out. I don't care what anyone says, you shouldn't run them flat out. You should run them just blipping the throttle. It's alright having them flat out if they got a load on, if you're going through heavy foliage. But if you're just not going through anything heavy, you shouldn't have it flat out, because it's only a small engine. It won't like it, especially if it's an old one like this one is. This is a very old Husqvarna, probably, I don't know, 20 or so years old probably. Anyway, so I'm going to take the cover off and we'll have a look inside there to find out why the throttle is stuck open. Hopefully it just needs a bit of oil or something to lubricate it up a little bit. The worst case scenario is that the cable itself will be frayed, in which case, if it is frayed, we'll have to try and locate a new cable. That can be difficult with these older ones, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's just a bit stuck, full of dirt, and needs a bit of lubrication. We'll have a look. So we've got something a bit strange, don't really know what that's all about. I think someone's been in here before, but that's the throttle cable there. That moves if you grab hold of it. If you grab hold of it and pull the throttle, it goes in and out. No problem at all. But where it's supposed to be linked to, I don't know, does the throttle itself work? Yeah, the throttle on the carb works. So I think it's just come out of its little linkage, wherever it's supposed to be linked to. I don't really know how it's supposed to be linked up. I have to have a little play with it. Alright, well, it seems fairly obvious to me that it's the wrong throttle cable. That seems to be the wrong throttle cable to me. It doesn't seem to fit. It seems too long as well. Also, the bolt that holds the carburetor on is stripped out on the right hand side. So it's only been held on by one bolt. But apparently there's no running issues. The only issue was that the throttle didn't work. So, might be alright. So, don't know what I'm going to do really. Someone's bodged it up. And they've jammed in the throttle cable down there, and it's the wrong cable, and they've jammed it up against a tick over screw. So I'm gonna try and push it down a little bit, see if we can get any more, well, see if we can shorten it a little bit. We might be able to shorten it enough, perhaps. I don't know whether I'll be able to get that in there though. We'll have a look. Alright, I've had a little bit of fiddle around with it, and I've got it so that it will do 3/4 throttle. It won't go all the way to full throttle though. Unless that is that full throttle? I think it is. No, that's full throttle what it's on now. That's nothing. So it won't go all the way to full throttle. It's the wrong cable. It's as simple as that. It's completely the wrong cable. I think that should be. It's a different end on it, and the cable's too long. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find a proper cable for it, because there's no point in, it's only going to come off again. It's going to be annoying. Not only that, but it's held in with a tick over screw, and that's just it means you can't set the tick over because the screw is holding that cable in, so you can't use it to do the tick over. So it's going to have a high tick over all the time anyway, because the screw is screwed all the way in. So that's a bit of a bodge. Not that I'm against bodges, but this isn't one that's going to be any good. So we've also got a leak there. It's probably coming from the exhaust back there somewhere. It's that bolt that I'm thinking about though, that stripped one on there, but if it was running fine then fair enough. Back again looking at this little strimmer down here. It's been, well, probably been 3-4 days on this now. I'm not literally working on it for 4 days. 4 days have passed probably since I filmed the first part. I've had a look on the internet, weren't able to find a cable. I messaged and contacted, telephoned a few people that were selling spares for this, second-hand spares, a few people that sell Husqvarna parts. I even went to a vintage, the same places I went to for the other things. When it comes to vintage things, people aren't really willing to help that much in this country. So it's just the way it goes. However, I've been fiddling around with it this morning, and I decided just because this is only going to be used down on the stable, just cutting off a few bits of weeds here and there, I've hooked the cable, put it in that little hole, hooked it around the back, and it just goes down. It's not the right cable for it because it hasn't got the right thing on the end of it. I think also the little thing may have come off the throttle there, but we don't know yet. So if I pull that, it does full throttle and it brings it back as well. Plus I've got that little spring on the floor down there that I'm going to hook on there just to make sure it does return fully. But it's doing its job at the moment. Full throttle, nothing. Full throttle, nothing. Full throttle, nothing. So yeah, doing that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of a spring on. Now I'm going to start it up and make sure that it's all working properly, because that bolt there that holds the carb onto the engine is weak. I'm not happy with the thread. It doesn't seem to want to tighten, but if it runs all right, then we're all happy and dappy. Yeah, sweet. God, blimey, you lot are going to be loving this. You're going to be laughing at me now. I've just gone to try and pull it, to try and start it up, and the pull start. It pulled it 2-3 times, lovely. It was just about to start, it went blub, blub, blub. Pulled it again. Oh, have we gone back? Oh, lovely. Oh, it's gone back again. Right, let's try and get it started. Lovely. It runs quite well, doesn't it? Lovely. Put the air filter back on, put the cover back on, we'll see what happens. Tighten that up. Hello. Yeah, tighten that up. Lovely. That's all alright now then. Oh, that was alright. I thought we were going to have a bit more trouble when that pull start started to mess up. Never mind. This might be a late upload. Oh no! Today's Friday morning. I don't think a video went up this morning. I don't know, I haven't looked. If it didn't, you'll have this one today. Be a bit late, but it'll be up. There'll be plenty more. There's one coming Sunday as well. There's one coming Sunday. Just look out for it, because there's one on Sunday coming up. I'm home.